Sierra Leone, on the west coast of Africa, only 5 hours flying time from Europe.
It's an image of Sierra Leone we don't often see, but it's one the Ministry of Tourism is now keen to promote. There may be 60 miles of beautiful sandy beaches, but rebranding is a tall order.
The Ebola has had a lot of impact on Sierra Leone in terms of loss of jobs, loss of revenue, loss of lives, and also loss of development in the sector. But however, with the necessary steps that we have taken, which include natural and cultural resources, Sierra Leone is blessed with very rich natural parks and reserves, and we are working very hard to ensure that we do not lose those endowments that we have.
British actress Ellen Thomas was in Sierra Leone just 2 weeks ago. Born and raised there until she was 9 years old, she's keen to promote her homeland.
I remember the first time I went, I hadn't been to Sierra Leone for about 30 plus years. I went and I could not believe how beautiful it is. In fact, it was so beautiful, I said to myself, what am I doing in Europe? I need to come home. The beaches were so beautiful, the food, I mean, things like fishing, you get fresh fish straight from the boat and you buy it and you take it home and it tastes different, it tastes nicer. You go to the market because the fruit and the vegetables have been grown by the people selling them in the market. It tastes different. It is organic. Hello, the country is beautiful, really, seriously beautiful. And we need to market it. The time is now or never.
Just about every country in the world is represented here at the World Travel Market in London. And with exhibitions like this, it's almost like I'm not in the UK. This year, Africa is pulling out all the stops to encourage tourists to come back to the continent. But there's a lot of competition out there.
According to the spokesman for the United Nations World Travel Organization, conflict and Ebola means some African countries have struggled while other continents are thriving.
Last year, worldwide, we had a growth of over 4%, but only about 2% in Africa. And this year, we are growing also about 4% year to date, and Africa is also lagging behind. So it's definitely suffering the impact of whatever effects Ebola outbreak or perhaps other misperceptions might have brought to the continent.
Zimbabwe has already changed its narrative, a success story now aiming at the luxury end of the holiday market. The tourism minister says Africa needs to rebrand as a whole and governments must make it easier to travel within the continent.
We are still respecting colonialistic boundaries that were imposed on us by the Berlin Conference, when in fact in their own backyard in Europe, they've actually done away with those boundaries and they've conceived their own Schengen visa, which if you enter one European country, you've entered 27. So Africa needs to wake up to that reality check of openness, because the future of tourism going forward is actually anchored on destination openness.
For Sierra Leone, 80,000 people visited in 2013. The hope now is that tourists will start to return.
We're telling the people that Ebola is not Sierra Leone and Sierra Leone is not Ebola. There's a lot that we can offer.
That message may be starting to get through. Joyce Ohajah, TVC News, London.